Right.
So this is the attachment life script.
Right. Yeah, it is. We use this for all adults and couples that come to our programs. It's an assessment tool. We do it twice. First, as an intake, they fill it out, send it in to us. So we have a lot of background information. We know about their attachment history and their family history and their trauma history and everything else about them, because it's all on the 17 questions of the life script. And we do it again when back in the old days, people actually came here. The old days, once a time, it sounds like forever, seems like forever. Before the pandemic, they would actually come here. Now it's all on Zoom, of course. The life script is a very good way of quickly and deeply finding out what adults bring to the table from their past, their early programming, emotionally, mentally, trauma, attachment, family dynamics, everything. And it is boiled down to 17 questions. We have been working on this for 35 years to the point where we kind of have it down to a science. And every one of these questions is important. We don't have time to go over all the questions now, but I'll give you an example of how we use it. So let's say, and by the way, we have a treatment team. It's not one therapist with the adult or the couple. It is a team of 4 to 5 male and female therapists for 30 hours with these people. So question number 2, give some adjectives that describe your mother from your perspective as a child. So let's say, again, it's a husband and wife or 2 people in a intimate relationship. And the woman starts crying. What's going on? Why are you crying? Well, that question there, you want me to describe my mother when I was a kid? It makes me sad. She was very depressed and she had to go to the hospital. And then we were left with my dad, and he wasn't very good. And I had to feed my little brother to keep him alive. And it's very, very sad. Wow, we're already into it, aren't we? We're learning so much. And it's only question 2. Now, if you're a family systems therapist, you're thinking with 2 brains, content and process. On a content level, that's really valuable information. What happened to you when you were a little girl and you're sad about what happened to your mom and all. Process is what? Content is what? Process is how people interact and relate and communicate. So what is the process between that woman and the therapists? And what is the process between that woman and her significant other or husband? The husband sees her cry. Does he put a hand on her shoulder and say, honey, I'm so sorry. I know how sad that is. Do you need a hug? Love, support. That's great. Or does he look at his watch and say, I'm getting a little hungry. It's lunchtime. Out to lunch. Couldn't care less. Can't handle it. So we're not only getting content, we're getting process. And as she cries, what does she do with the therapist? Does she say to the therapist, I'm sorry, I'm crying. I'm so embarrassed. Or is she able to handle her emotion and say, it's okay, crying's okay. So we learn how she deals interpersonally with her emotions. She's ashamed of it. She's okay to be emotional. Whatever. So we're learning a lot about process and relationships and content. So anyway, we go through the 17 questions of the life script. And this is so powerful. We spend a lot of time. We do not rush through the life script. Sometimes it takes hours, 3, 4, 5 hours to get through. If there's 2 people there, the male and female, their life scripts. And again, if it's a relationship and the guy is going through his life script, his partner is listening to the whole darn thing. And she might get to a point and say to him, we've been together 8 years. I didn't even know half of this stuff about you. Why have you been keeping it a secret? I didn't know this stuff happened to you. And he might say, I know, I'm just so damn ashamed of my family and what happened to me. I'm sorry. And now they can have a discussion about how they can talk about this stuff together.